Let's pick up on this now. The Labour Department and law enforcement agencies are set to descend on a liquor outlet in Roodepoort. It's alleged that the establishment is selling expired alcohol. Newzroom Afrika's Katleho Sekhotho is at the blitz operation and she joins us now. Katleho, good morning to you. It is the festive season and a number of people are going to visit these outlets more than they do in the year. Talk to us about what proof is there that this outlet has been selling alcohol that's expired.
Certainly, Oli, it's the law enforcement agencies have descended here in their numbers for this blitz operation about, let's say, 45 minutes ago at the Rock Cottage shopping complex in the Roodepoort area. This is the Ultra Liquor Express store, and I just want to show you actually what's happening behind me. As you can see, a number of law enforcement agencies from the crime prevention unit, as well as SAPS members, as well as specialized policing units, actually moving from one shelf to another and inspecting the different alcohol bottles to check the expired dates. Now, this is part of the police's operations after they received a tip-off. We understand that this establishment may have been selling expired alcohol to the public, but also here to check the status in terms of employees who are employed here, whether they've been, they are documented foreign nationals. They were told that they are foreign nationals here, but also part of the process is checking that they have the correct documentation. So as you can see around me, a number of the work that the police is doing here, and this huge stack of not only alcohol but cold drink, all of this being identified as expired drinks. And this is the cops coming from the back of the warehouse or the back of the store where the alcohol is stored, as well as the drinks are stored, and all of this being identified as not being able to be sold to people as it is expired goods. So a number of operations here. Also, we saw earlier on the police apprehending the fact that one of the employees here is a Zimbabwean woman who is undocumented, and questions also being asked by the owner of the store as well as management of the store, and there may be some repercussions there. I actually want to bring into the conversation now the Provincial Chief Inspector from the Labour Department. Advocate, thank you for your time. Just give us a rundown of why you needed to do this and what is happening here.
Morning to and morning to the listeners. We are here on joint operations to make sure that there's compliance with our legislation and the legislation of other government departments. And on arrival here, we found that the employer indeed does not comply in accordance with the tip-off that we received.
And I see this big stack here of goods. Are these expired, and what happens now?
Yeah, what happened here is that we discovered that the employer does not have a risk assessment document, so he has not conducted any risk assessment in terms of Occupational Health and Safety Act. And as a result, there are expired goods here in a form of liquor and drinks, and those goods should not be sold to the public because they're very expired. They are a danger to the public as much as they are a danger to the staff and the environment here. And we checked further that there is no certificate of compliance in terms of electrical installation, and there is no certificate of conformity in terms of gas installation, and that there are other issues of non-compliance with regard to the forklift. There's no proof that there's a forklift license, and that who's operating the forklift. They claim that is the employer himself, but he does not have a license. And also the forklift itself is damaged. It doesn't comply because it doesn't have the sun cover, it doesn't have the seat, and also the employees here are not provided with the PPEs. Yes, as a result, we'll have to prohibit this place so that there's no further training that happens, and make sure that we ask SARS to take control or custody of the place as of now.
Right. And Advocate, we understand that this is a joint operation, not just Labour, but we saw immigration officials here as well. Just take us through a little bit why it had to be joint.
It had to be joint because the tip-offs indicated the number of non-compliances which covers a lot of government departments. That is why we've got SARS as part of the joint operation. We've got Home Affairs because there are those that do not have documentation. One example is that the employer himself who are not sure in terms of the validity of his documents. So SARS will be checking the validity. And secondly, that there's an employee that comes from Zimbabwe and that employee does not have the documents. That is why we are here, and we make sure that we are here in a joint operation. And also, we are accompanied by a number of security agencies, the SAPS, Traffic Department, and Transport Department, including the WADAs, or the WADANs in terms of the province of Gauteng. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll leave it there for now, Advocate. I don't want to keep you too long away from your work. But yes, you heard it there. Clearly, an operation by the South African Police Service, the Labour Department, immigration officials are here. And as you can see, this enormous stack of cold drinks and alcohol, all identified to be non-compliant and expired.
Katleho, Sekhotho, thank you very much for that update. We wonder what the consequences are going to be. We're going to have to wait and see what the authorities do after this.